All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Geiger, issue number 3 from Image Ghost Machine by Geoff Johns, Gary Frank, Brad Anderson, Rob Lee. I like the cover, because this is also the theme of this book. Books, library books, but books in general. So as you can see, there's a light source coming from this. That's because it's getting real dark here real quick, and I was a little bit late. So yeah, let's dive in. Listen, if you like the Geiger books, there's a lot of, there's a trade paperbacks here and there. I mean, I urge you to read it. It's very good. Art is consistent. Story is consistent. It's high quality. That's what I'm trying to say. If you like the story or not, well, you can check out my videos if you are, in doubt and you can make up your mind. Anyway, so this is the story so far. You can pause the video if you want to know what's going on, right? And this is a flashback. Remember Junkyard Joe? Well, I couldn't make a review because I still to this day, I cannot find issue number 2 without, I mean, the comic itself is about $4, but if I, buy it, I have to pay $10 of shipping or something like that. It's crazy. But, at some point I have to make a decision because I have books with Junkyard Joe that's still lying there that I haven't touched. Because, well, I don't have issue number 2. Anyway, so this is a memory. And Junkyard Joe is now 25 later. He's in this house. He has a flashback with this guy. And another flashback with The Red Coat. Another book that I still need to read. Maybe I'm going to try the trade paperback. I tried to get the floppies so we can do a review, but... like I said, I don't know what it is, but comics are hard to come by nowadays. I'm not sure what it is. Some issues are sold out. It's weird. I mean, I remember when, going to stores and it just can pick up the book from 2 months or 3 months ago. No problem. Maybe it's just, an ask and demand issue. Who knows? Anyway, so the Red Coat dude, I don't know what his name is, by the way. Let's call him Red Coat. He asking Junkyard Joe, look for the glowing man, all right? And some kind of maybe he's something that helps him to find Geiger. Who knows? But we leave Junkyard Joe behind in this issue, and we go to Nate. It's not the Atomic Man. It's the what's his name? The Nuclear Knight. Now, the Atomic Man is basically Geiger. And they're in the library, right? So Nate is rambling, as usual, about that he once, been forced to read books by his teacher. And basically saying, yeah, I never liked books. I guess everyone is like me, Mr. Geiger. This right here is proof. Every place in the world has been picked clean of evergreen by scavengers, except for libraries. No one cares about libraries anymore, except for Geiger. A dangerous friend. And then he says, because no one wants books, and he's shouting, and there's some echo, and Tariq here is very angry. These guys are not really friends in this issue, right? They are just, I scratch your back and you scratch mine kind of situation. But what do I do, Mr. Geiger? You shouted like an idiot, Knight. Who knows what hurt you? Night crawlers, the organ people, bounty hunters. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was safe. You spent too much time cuddled inside those casinos, Knight. Nowhere is safe out there. All right. So is that the book you were looking for? A copy of the one you made me burn before I had the chance to finish. We went an awful long way out of our way to get here at least half a day just for a book. Is that good? What about it, Mr. Geiger? And he says, find a place to sleep. We're camping here tonight. To find Ash Arden, the glowing man who was cured. A mission afoot. I bet you sleep a whole lot better when you don't have to have those rods stuck in your back anymore, Mr. Geiger. But he doesn't respond. And then he, says this, a whole lot better in a sad way. Maybe... I think maybe he's sad that he's, according to him, find a friend. And then, when maybe Geiger returns to normal, he's going to lose that friend. Just a guess. I'm not Not entirely sure. Anyway, so we have some quiet moments here, and then Barney comes in, and Barney is, he doesn't want to be here. And Tariq says, I know you don't like libraries, but it's only one night. You're not a puppy anymore, so get over it. We all have bad memories. And then we see the flashback when Barney was little, and, Tariq knows that he was a little bit too hard on him, and he says, hey, come here. And I like this, Barney, when he was little, I believe he was found in a library or something like that, yeah. But then Nate is talking again and says, hey, why do you like books so much, Mr. Geiger? Were you a writer? What did you do? And he said, do you want to be a policeman or a camp counselor? So Geiger says, shut up. I'm trying to plot a course. Isn't that easy? I thought we were headed north. There's an airport in our way night. So, all the open space hangars for vehicle shelter for large groups. This is a breeding ground for the organ people. So, do you see anything? A few vehicles with the hoods open and their engines still inside. Bait. It would be an ambush. We'll go around. Around why? You do know what the organ people are, don't you? Of course, Mr. Geiger. Radioactivity mutated their bodies and minds. The king and us drive them far away from the city limits. They remove our organs to replace their own tumor-riddled parts. And they don't use in their barbaric surgeries. They delete. This is a big airport. There are hundreds of them. Who cares how many there are? You're the glowing man. They don't stand a chance against your magnificent might. But Tariq says, I don't feel killing hundreds of people. But then Barney is on edge. And he gets an arrow. So they are getting attacked by, the organ people. And this one looks like from the, what's the movie? The Toxic Avenger? That was a long time ago. All right, so Tariq comes in action. And this woman wants to get the organs of Nate. He says, I need your parts. But then Barney is being also grabbed by this two-headed monstrosity. And he says, like me, no more like me. Basically, maybe he wants to rip him apart because, I don't know, he has two heads. Barney has two heads. So Nate saves him. Let him be, foul creature. Tear you apart too. But then he's being, I don't know, obliterated, burned from the inside by Geiger, the glowing man. Yeah, this guy is done. You can see this burning corpse. Again, the art looks fantastic. Well, that took care of it, didn't it, Mr. Geiger? We should go before more of them come. So the book is again burned. It's the second time. What's wrong? We're okay. It's just books, that's all. You aren't upset about some silly books, are you? Okay. And then Tariq flips out. He says, you will never understand. Never. Life before the war wasn't easy. I was dealing with things. My family was too, but we had books. Books made us forget. Books were our escape. Just like comic books. They're my only escape from all of this. My only escape from my life now and from people like you. But you ruined it, Nate. You took it from me. Let's go. Yeah, I feel the same too. Comic books is my escape from reality, That's why I'm doing this, to escape, to have fun. Nate isn't feeling well. So he decides to go away. And he says bye to Barney. But Barney is following him. The next day, Tariq wakes up and there's books. It's the same book that was burnt, Dangerous Friend. And he says, I sought out another library, says Nate. I located another one. It took me another few hours to find your books. I forgot the author's name, but I remember the cover. And he says, when I leave saw this, The Velveteen Rabbit. And then Nate saw a flashback when he was younger, when his mother read this book. You're right, Mr. Geiger. Books do take you place somewhere else. You were up all night looking for this? I understand now. I miss my family too. This was the part that this is the part that I really like. They are connecting for the first time in the series, right? Because he knows now what is so important about books. So Tariq says, where's Barney? Well, Barney has been captured by this lunatic that is following Geiger for a very long time. And he says, he'll come for you, but I won't make it easy. Bad dog. And he electrocutes him. If they're going to kill the dog, I'm going to be real mad. Because I don't like dogs getting hurt or animals in general. So we're going to see what happens in the next issue, guys. So I hope you like the video. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.